Hello viewer, welcome back to 54A, the 100th video. Oh dear, that's gone quick. Right, I've got a piece of Sycamore, about 12 inches, inch and a half deep, so I'm going to make like a big platter out of it. Don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it yet. I did toy with the idea of some gold leaf, but can't really be bothered. So I'll show you what I've got so far. Right, all ready. I've just got to put a tenon on here, then put a little bit of shape on. It's only about, hang on, inch and a half I think. If that, yeah, it's an inch and a half thick. So it's more of a platter than a bowl. So I'll just put a bit of a dish shape on it. A nice tenon because that's going to be like a foot for it to stand on. So I'll get that sorted, I hope. Right, that's the tenon on, and as you see I've just got my flat edge, just checking. This is very slightly concave, in other words it goes in the centre. Only a little bit, but that helps it sit nicely on your table or wherever you're going to put it. So a bit more shaping around here. Readjust the tool rest, keep nice and close. It's not a bad wood to turn, it's a bit rough there where probably a branch was. It smells lovely, it smells like maple. Very nice to turn, not a lot else going for this piece. Right, I should get on with it. I'm just using, as you saw, my trusty scraper. Always go back to it. You can use just about any tool for this. Scraper, skew, chisel, bowl gouge, spindle gouge, and you'll get a decent finish. It's coming on quite nice now, that tear out's disappearing. I'm just going to turn the speed up a bit now. Turning the speed up, moving the tool slow, you get a nicer finish. Coming on the treat that is, but I've got to go up another quarter of an inch or so yet, so I won't bore you with that. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I've more or less got the shape that I want now. Little ridge there because there's going to be a lip round on the other side, so I want it to match. Quite a lot of tear out here where it's going against the grain. Should be on the opposite side as well. Yeah, a bit there. That's the really bad bit, so I'm going to get my spindle gouge, newly sharpened, and just try and skim some of this off before I sand it down, otherwise I'm fighting a losing battle with the sandpaper. That's getting better already. I'll probably just attack it with the other side of the spindle gouge now. That's a lot better now, it's perfectly sandable. So I can get on with that now. Well, take these couple of ridges out first, and I'll sand it down, give it the usual treatment. Again, just using the side of the spindle gouge more or less at 90 degrees, about 85 degrees, so the bottom edge is just scraping along. No pressure, just guide it. That's lovely. That's going to be nice and easy to sand now. See you in a bit. Don't forget when you're sanding, always keep the sandpaper on the move. Otherwise you're making hard work for yourself, because you're just going to put scratches back into the wood. Beautiful. Right, the usual sanding sealant, 0000 wire wool, another coat of sanding sealant, 0000 wire wool, and then I'll polish the bottom. That is as smooth as you're ever going to get it. I've finished it off with the Hampshire Sheen High Gloss, and yeah, I'm very impressed with that. It's a lovely wood to polish anyway, so you can see the light reflecting on it there. Yep, quite pleased with that. In fact, I'm very pleased with it. Right, so I shall now get it in the chuck on the tenon, and we'll start on the other side. Okay, come across a slight problem on the front here. As you can see, it's quite a big hole appearing there. There's a tiny one there as well. So I think I'm going to have to use the old dust and super glue job. So well, I don't think there's any other way around that, because I don't want to turn any more off the thickness of this really. So I'll have to do a quick repair job on that and see how it goes. Right, I'm just rolling this edge over so it's nice and round with the skew chisel. That's not bad at all. I think that'll do nicely. Well, I've very nearly got it. It's another little treatment with a little bit of fine dust in there now, and there's the tiniest pinhole there as well. So, but it's a lot better than I thought it would be. So a second coat of super glue and dust should do the job, and then I can get on with hollowing it out. Now, if you've got to do any little repair jobs like this, well, I find it's always best to take it off the lathe, but I've left it on the chuck because the underside of this bowl's finished. I don't want to put any marks on it so it goes back on the chuck exactly the same. So I just take the whole thing off, and you know it's still going to be nice and central when you put it back on the lathe. Right, I'm going to start hollowing now. You can see you can use push cuts, pull cuts, whichever way round you feel comfortable. You can use whatever tool you want. I might use a scraper yet, but for the moment I'm carrying on with the spindle gouge. Right, I think I've got that how I want it now, but I've decided, things evolve as you're doing them, I'm just going to round this back corner off a bit. That's a bit better. Bit of sandpaper on that now and that'll do, I think. There, as you can see, I've just gouged it out a bit with the point of the tool here, and this little crack is deeper than I thought. So this is what I'm going to do, is actually gouge it out a bit more till I come to solid wood, and then fill it and sand it. Shame really, because I've just about finished the sanding, but these things are sent to try us, so I'll get on with that and do another repair job. Well, you know me, change things as I go along. I've completely reprofiled this back section now, and I've put a big burn line in there, as you can see there. So it's completely different to what I had in mind, but say things evolve as you go along. I think that looks quite effective actually. So the next stage, I'll probably put another burn line in this little groove around here, and maybe one in there. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to put in the centre yet. I'll have to have a think about that one. Right, I've done that, I've burned lines. I don't think it needs a lot more really, but there is quite a lot of tear out here, so I'm going to go over this with a scraper, the side, scrape that one there, some nice gentle cuts, and see if I can get rid of most of that before I start sanding. That has started to take some off. It'll take a few passes, but I'll get there. Got it all sanded down now, and going to put some sanding sealant on, the usual treatment. I'm going to leave it like that, nice and plain. It's something that I may come back to at a later date if I decide to put something in the middle, but at the moment I'm quite happy with that finish. Well, that's it. Lovely shine on that, and I've kept it simple. I had all sorts of ideas for this thing, like gold leaf and stupid ideas like that. It's a very big area to cover, so I thought maybe the best idea is leave it plain. Got that little black line around the edge, and nice profile to it. It's something that looks nice as it is, but I can always come back to it if I do come up with an idea. I've got a nice big surface there to put something on, you know, a pyrography picture or something like that. But at the moment I'm just going to leave it like that. So that's it for now. So there you go, viewer, 100 videos. It wasn't a very exciting one, but I thought in the end so less is more. And believe me, I did have a couple of attempts at doing something else, and I did mention the gold leaf, and I got this blank, massive blank, and I'd marked it all out what I was going to do, and I had a little attempt at the gold leaf, and I just thought at the end of the day it's not going to look right, so that'll make something else, a lovely bowl. Then I thought, a few days ago I did a bowl with some little pyrography dots. I put it on my Facebook page. It went down quite well, so I thought maybe I'll do a video of one, and I thought I'll do a winged bowl, and that's what I did. I wasn't too pleased, I'm not too pleased with the finish of it. The effect's okay, but so that didn't make the 100th video either. So in the end it was that, and I do like that, and so it leaves something if I decide to add to it at a later date. Got a nice big surface there to put a picture or something on, some sort of pattern maybe, I don't know, but at least I've done something with it. There you go, thanks so much for watching. 100 videos, I'm running out of ideas. Nah. Somebody suggested another pencil project, and I really can't bring myself to do that. And segmenting, I've sort of gone off that. I've tried it, I can do it, and it takes a long time, it's a lot of fiddling around. So I'll have a few days off now and think about what I'm going to do. I've got plenty of wood. There was a place closing down not too far from us, and everything was half price, so I got a couple of bootfuls of blanks and pen kits and stuff like that, loads of different stuff. But I'll have a think of the next project, or I'll try and do something a bit more exciting than the platter you've just seen. But stick with me, you never know, I might come up with something good one day. So thanks to all my subscribers, and I'll see you all soon. Bye now.